But I do want to also thank Auditor Dread. Yeah, hit the likes because, you know, it's encouraging for those of us that have had one hell of a YouTube weekend. I swear, guys, I've been going all weekend. I was, Saturday's regular stream without my regular, co-pilot. Netter filled in then too. Then there was a over on Supreme Heretic. I jumped in for a Saturday afternoon because he was streaming and didn't have anybody to wingman for him, so I jumped in on that. And then I had to get ready for the rewatch of the Book of Life with Netter and Big Al and Latino Slant
Mexican Iron Man.
And Mike's.
It was so much fun.
Yeah, the Mexican Iron Man. And
so if y'all haven't seen it, go back and watch that on my channel.
Yeah, go check out Netter's Network with you're gonna have to stream or get your own copy because I showed the movie last night separately. And then this morning, Matthew Flynn, the Gladiator of Chaon, we had a stream on his channel this morning early. And then I had to get this stream together. I did that in an afternoon, and it's clearly not very polished. So I'm glad you guys are all kind of sticking with me.
If you don't say anything, they won't notice.
Oh, I want to be honest, too. But Amanda Nui said I couldn't even hear Man of Steel. It was too quiet on my TV. Okay, there you go. Most people couldn't see it because it was too dark on their screens. Troy Pacelli, sorry, I fat thumb my keyboard, but yes, I was asking about your thoughts on Shazam. Yeah, I can confirm that you haven't missed anything with the Snyderverse. Man of Steel was not Superman.
Superman doesn't kill.
And, I'm going to say what a lot of people have said. I know there's a certain professor on the YouTubes that can't stand, Henry Cavill for some offhanded comment that he said. But, as a Christian, you got to give grace. I'm not going to hold one comment against someone when the preponderance of everything else I've seen him do shows a great deal of love for the character, a great deal of respect for his fans, which is far more than we get from most people in Hollywood these days. Let's be honest here. And damn, he looks the part. He really does. I wish they'd give him a proper Superman costume. I've seen some great photo edits of him. So if DC wanted to pivot away from the strict canon of the Snyderverse and get us back to something more traditionally DC, I would not be opposed to, with maybe one or two exceptions, pretty much all of their casting. I could accept Cavill as Superman, Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. I'll even take Batfleck. His portrayal didn't turn out to be too bad. It's what he had to work with that was the problem. Better change who you got playing problem roles like the Flash and Mira and Cyborg. And you totally can. There's precedent for such things, especially when we haven't seen those characters in a really, really long time. But, yeah, maybe we'll be talking about Flash again in the very, very near future. But
you ready for the next one?
Let me just see another quick few comments. I bring these comments up when I haven't even read them because it's so difficult to read comments and chit-chat at the same time. You two give off the vibe of an older Neon and Geeky Sparkles from Clownfish TV. I appreciate that. I have to wonder if I'm not... Maybe we're a little bit influenced by them because we've watched them, we've followed them.
Yeah, it's like, and there's not a lot of couples that do a show together.
There's one other couple that I
said not very many.
Yeah. There's the master of the TDS, who's in our community, who he doesn't know this yet, but I am probably going to reach out to him and try to get him as a guest on Last Call one Friday night. He and his wife, I assume, co-host a very interesting, different, basically talking about some of the same topics we do, but with a different perspective, a different point of view. A little bit I think a little bit gothy, a little bit psychology-ish.
Neat.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'll have to share some of their videos with you. You might really enjoy them. And you know who? Michael French and Melinda over on Retro Blasting. That's another great couple that, you know, if the stars align and the YouTube gods smile on me, maybe I can get them as guests too. But that's shooting for the stars. I know that.
And the next Doomcock.
Right. He wasn't a bad actor to play Superman, in my opinion. He just needed a better Superman to play. That, Matanui, that, I couldn't have said it better myself. That is a perfect way of saying it. I super appreciate that you said that. Yeah, no, that's absolutely true. Yeah.
There are so many times when an actor does the best job they have with the bad writing. One of the examples is, who's that one Doctor Who that everyone hated him, and he was a really nice guy.
Let's see. Colin Baker.
Colin Baker. Yeah.
Colin Baker.
I mean,
Netter and I both separately. We didn't know each other at the time, but
we hated him. I got as far as watching when Colin Baker regenerated into the new Doctor. I watched 2 episodes and then never watched it again because I thought he was such an ass. I'm like, I don't want anything to do with this. Yeah. And then we rewatched it much later after we were married, of course. And it's like, okay, it's not as horrible as I remember, but he's still pretty much an ass. But then we met him at a convention, and
he was so
he's
nice.
The sweetest guy
so
ever.
Nice.
And he goes, yeah, what they gave me to work was so horrible. And I tried my best, but they kept telling me, you need to act like this and you need to do this.
And you're going to have a story arc where, you know, where you're going to be disliked and you're going to, you know, mellow out over time. And it's like, I understand what you're going for, but yeah.
And because they gave him crappy stuff, he didn't have very good following, and people hated him.
And honestly, after having met him, we've gone back and rewatched those, and, you know, kind of knowing what we know now, we were able to get through it. And we needed to get through it in order to get to Sylvester McCoy, which I had never seen because I had stopped watching Doctor Who.
For those of you who don't know Troy very well, he's a completist. So if we are watching a series, we have to watch the whole series. If he owns, for example, a Frankenstein movie, and there are 5 different Frankenstein movies, he has to have all 5.
And but we don't necessarily actually really get through them all. I have to own them all, but I don't necessarily watch them all. As I've pointed out to Aged Boomer, I have the whole Halloween series up through the last movie. I have all the Friday the 13th movies. I have all the Final Destination films. I've taken them out of their cases and put them into custom, you know, box sets that I've made. But I haven't watched them all.
You know, I've never seen a Freddy movie. I know the concept. I know what it's about.
You've never even seen the original Nightmare on Elm Street? Guys, Netter has been after me for a month now to pick a horror film for her Halloween rewatch. I think we just picked it.
Oh, really? You're going to do Friday?
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare
Yep,
on Elm
the
Street?
original.
Okay. Wait a minute. No, wait. Which is the one with Jamie Lee Curtis?
Oh, that's Halloween. You've seen that one.
Okay, yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah, because there's a couple of horror films I've seen. I want to make sure I'm not confusing it with a different one. But yeah, it's...
Freddy, In Your Dreams.
Okay, I haven't seen it In Your Dreams one, so yeah, I haven't seen Freddy.
Okay, yeah.
I've seen Michael Myers ones.
Nightmare on Elm Street, guys. That's going to be on Netter's Network in October, whatever the Saturday night that's closest to.
I believe it's the 30th. So let me just double check
Yeah, so like the day before
Halloween. 29th.
The 29th.
October 29th on my channel. We'll be watching Freddy.
So make sure you're subscribed to Netter's Network. The link is below. As is Aged Boomers. Make sure you're subscribed to him. And, you know, you follow him and let him know that you are thinking of him and encourage him when he comes back. And you know what, again, Dante? Thanks for the comparison. I really appreciate that.
That was really sweet.
That's really cool of you. You've encouraged me tonight.
And speaking of subscribing, I believe it's 27 away from 200.
Yep.
So if there's anyone here that's not already subscribed to me, please do. When I hit 200, I'm going to have a special live stream.
Yep.
And I'm going to be giving away something. just to show my appreciation for everyone who supported me all this time and have gotten me up to 200. And I just want to show my appreciation by having a giveaway. And if I can determine, I might have more than one thing. So I might pick 3 people instead of just one, but I have to see what else I have that I can use.
And I am less than 20 away from 500. 500 will get me, well, I need to get a little more than 500 because I want desperately to get that community tab so I can build my community, because community is important to me. So, inspired by Nanette, I think I will do some sort of a giveaway too. I, however, have not decided what that's going to be, but it'll be something really neat.
Yeah.
And
I have one thing in mind, but I'm thinking of just see if I can think of 2 other items that I can also give away too.
And Matthew Flynn, the Gladiator of Kaon, what the hell are you still doing up? I mean, we just lost someone else from the other side of the pond, and I know how well. I was going to say how early you were up this morning, but I guess it wasn't early for you. It was just early for me. But now it's late. It's after midnight there, my friend. But thank you for being here. I super appreciate it. And yes, you are a completist. I know that from this. If I didn't know it from before today, from this morning stream that you did on Transformers and talking about what you do and don't have. But yeah, absolutely.